Hey guys, welcome to my first video. My name is Infra Addict, and today I want to be starting a city with you guys. The reason that I started doing this channel is because I found there was a lack of just plain time lapses on YouTube. I personally like to just relax and watch some people build things, preferably cities and great infrastructure, in my free time. And maybe you guys do as well. So I decided to just start building a city of my own and time-lapse the whole thing. I won't be talking for most of it. I will sometimes I will add some explanation to why I do some things, and the rest of the time I will just fade out into darkness, and you can watch just some footage of me building a city. Okay, so first things first, we need to build highways. You see me here playing around with a double highway, if you will. So you have two lanes going one way, two free lanes, and two free lanes going the other way. And the idea behind this is that you have the inner two lanes are for the traffic that's just going through the city. So they only connect in this great intersection and some other intersections you will see later on. And the outermost lanes are for local traffic. So I will later on in this video I will build two highway exits. Those will be connected to the outside lanes, so that the people on the inside won't have to merge as often with the people who are just local. The reason I built this here is because I'm planning this to be the downtown area. Will be quite a while for before I start actually building it. First I will just start building some villages on some other side of the map. You'll see, no, not villages, like more like suburban areas where I'll use terraced housing from the UK. But you'll see that later. Here you see me adding some switches where the people can actually change from the inside lanes to the outside lanes, so that they have some means to change, because the interchange behind it doesn't have that sort of option. And then you see me playing around here with the first highway exit to the downtown. There's going to be two of these at least in this area, and probably later on there's going to be more, but I have not quite decided where those will be yet. So first just watch me build these highway exits.
Still and silent, calm before the storm. Gold and diamond, jewels behind the throne. Into the night, out of the dark, take to the sky, chasing the stars. All that we said, all that we are, waiting to fly. This is the start.
Alright, you saw me build the first interchange, and now I'm just messing around with this intersection right here, the second interchange, which isn't really cooperating and is trying to be annoying, but I solved the problem. It will become night here for a bit. That was my mistake in the first session of recording. I didn't have the mod installed so I could change the time. In the following episodes that will be addressed, so it will just be day all the time. I pause the time, and sometimes I'll have night shots, but just to see what it looks like, and the rest of the time you will just see the the daytime. So that's a lot nicer. I think you can actually see what's going on. You see me here adding some walls and props and things to the highway. I have mixed feelings about this. I like detailing a lot. At the same time, sometimes I just can't be bothered. So you'll see a bit of a, from day to day, a bit of a mixed style. Sometimes I'll detail things a lot. Sometimes I'll just leave them as they are. It's just how I build, frankly. So if you get annoyed by it, I'm sorry, but deal with it. Okay, here you see me add some sound walls. They are natural walls, so first I built some concrete walls, but I didn't really like them, so I decided to go this route. Later on I'll place some sort of rock against the wall, so it looks a bit nicer. But the idea is that just the natural dirt that's here is going to prevent the sound of the highway from traveling into the city itself. It's interfering with the interchange a bit, so I had to modify that slightly. And there's here a problem with Move It, where some intersections won't really line up nicely. Later on I get better at that, at making them look acceptable. The first ones are a bit rougher on the edges, but later on I'll maybe come back and fix them if I feel like it. Here you can see me adding the rocks. At first these will disappear as soon as I zoom out. Later on I've found a mod that lets me change that setting so it doesn't disappear, and then it suddenly looks a lot nicer, because now it looks kind of dumb when it disappears and you just see a lot of dirt when I zoom out. Here you see me playing around with the monorail. I made a highway underpass, and these roads that I built here in the night, those are also monorail. I will have some monorail lines through the city. We'll have one or two here, and of course a couple in the downtown area, but not too much. Mainly I want to use trams, because I like trams, and I think you can integrate them very nicely with the city, whereas monorails are a bit messy and massive to place. But anyway, this is the first building this city has. It's a university, hospitals kind of thing. Basically, this is going to be some health and education area I'm building here. So you see me building a kind of park, which later on in this episode I won't actually place trees in it yet, but you'll see that later on in that I built those. And here's going to be like a library where people can just come and read when they feel like it, or the high school students, which are over there. I've just built that in the corner next to it, so they can go to the library as well. This is another example of me going a bit mad with details. I just felt like it. I felt like the school should have a nice backyard, and I start building tennis fields and football fields and all kind of nonsense. But you'll see that now. Here I start building the first houses. I won't actually get far in this episode because I realized there's no power, no water, no nothing. Which will actually be the focus of the next episode, getting all that up and running. But you see me here trying to lay down some pipe. At first I just placed a windmill next to it and a water mill, just so I can see the houses going up, as well as the water irrigation plant. But then I decided to stop because I needed to hook up some utility and whatever. And you will see that in the next episode, which hopefully I will get around to editing soon, and you will see it later. Here's some cinematics of what I've done. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please let me know. If you have any feedback, which you probably do because it's my first video, also let me know. And I hope to see you back in the next video. Goodbye guys.